Let's talk vocabulary, specifically two adjectives that sound similar but mean different things. Childlike and childish. So, if you want to learn English vocabulary, stay tuned. Hi guys, just a short interruption. Please take a second and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Okay, thanks so much. Back to the video. All right, vocabulary. Childlike versus childish. Let's get started. It is common for English learners and even native English speakers to mix up words that look or sound similar. What is the difference between the words childlike and childish? Well, don't say Professor Jones displays the same childish wonder about biology that he did as a boy. Say instead, Professor Jones displays the same childlike wonder about biology that he did as a boy. Why? Well, let's talk about it. These two words look similar. However, their meanings are virtually opposite. Both childlike and childish do describe the qualities of children. Childlike is positive. Childish is negative. So this is the way that they are virtually opposite. The adjective childlike is a positive reference to children, specifically their innocence and lack of self-consciousness. Innocence and lack of self-consciousness. Their joy, their imagination, their carefree thinking. The adjective childish is a negative reference to children being silly and lacking maturity, not having maturity. Children cry, children throw tantrums, right? So we have a positive side of children and we have a negative side of children. Childlike is a positive reference to children's good qualities, and childish is a negative reference to children's bad qualities. So childlike is positive, and this means showing the good qualities that children have. For example, innocence, trusting, optimistic, joyful, enthusiastic. And childish is negative. This means showing the bad qualities that children have, such as silly, petty, immature, infantile, short-tempered, emotional, in a negative way. Let's look at our example again. Do you think the sentence about Professor Jones is meant to be positive or negative? Well, I want you to look at the word wonder. Is wonder a positive or a negative word in your mind? I think wonder is positive. Think of imagination. Think of the word wonderful. It's positive. So, what are we saying about Dr. Jones or Professor Jones when we say that Professor Jones displays the same childlike wonder about biology that he did as a boy? Well, we're saying that when he teaches biology, he's acting like a child would in a positive way. He's showing the good qualities that children have: innocent, trusting, optimistic. Therefore, Professor Jones is likely enthusiastic and passionate about biology. He's not bored. He's not angry. He's loving teaching biology. Don't say, Roy's childlike behavior during chess matches has led to no one wanting to play with him. Say instead, Roy's childish behavior during chess matches has led to no one wanting to play with him. Why? Well, do you think the sentence about Roy is meant to be positive or negative? Have a look at the orange part. Has led to no one wanting to play with him. So, if no one wants to play chess with you anymore, your behavior is probably negative. So, childish behavior. Remember, childish means showing the bad qualities that children have. This could be silly, petty, immature, infantile. Therefore, Roy was probably acting rude, unsportsmanlike, and unable to control his emotions. This is not someone you want to play a game with, right? Don't say, I love spending time with Sam because, unlike me, she always has a childish optimism about the world. Say instead, I love spending time with Sam because, unlike me, she always has a childlike optimism about the world. Why? Well, let's look for positive or negative ideas in the sentence. Do you see any positive or negative ideas? I love spending time with Sam. That's positive. And she always has optimism about the world. Optimism is positive. The only negative I see is unlike me, which means maybe I'm not so optimistic. That's why I like spending time with her. She makes me happy. So this is positive. So childlike is correct. Childlike optimism. She's a happy person. Okay, now it's your turn. I will give 5 examples of people's actions or outlooks on life, 5 situations, and you tell me if you think they are being childlike or childish. Okay? Write your answers down in the comments section below. And your ideas for future videos. Okay, number 1. Rita looked at the piano her father had bought her with a childlike or childish twinkle in her eye. Remember, think about whether the sentence is trying to say something positive or negative about Rita. Number 2, she watched as her husband, who now wore a childlike grin or childish grin on his face, ran to the end of the dock and jumped into the lake, making a big splash. What do you think? Is this a positive situation or a negative situation? Number 3, during a game of Monopoly, Kyle lost his properties and most of his money. Before the game had finished, he flipped the board over and left the room. What do you think? Kyle was acting childish or Kyle was acting childlike? Number 4, she stood there pouting with an empty ice cream cone in her hand. Meanwhile, the ball of ice cream was slowly melting on the pavement in front of her. When she was about to cry, he said, "You're 20 years old, not 2. Stop being so childlike. Stop being so childish." What do you think? And number 5, with smiles on their faces, the 2 lovers danced in a childish way, danced in a childlike way, as if no one was watching them. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend, and remember to write me your answers down in the comment section below and your ideas for future videos. My name is Liam. This is Grammar Simple, the channel that makes English, grammar, and vocabulary simple. I will see you in a future video. Bye for now.